What's going on, everybody? This is Fry. Happy New Year, happy 2019. I'm about to go through each of the plant heroes and show you what is the best deck, in my opinion, for those plant heroes. So I'm going to be showing you 11 decks, starting with Green Shadow and going all the way through Captain Combustible. What you're going to see right now is a little montage, just so you can kind of see all the decks one by one, if you want, and afterwards I will explain all the decks, how to use them, and actually play one game with the decks until we win one game with all the decks. So here they are. Hope you enjoy. So the first deck we are doing is the Green Shadow deck. This is actually one of the first decks we did since set 4 came out, and it is the Savage Starfruit deck. You start off in the early game by controlling. Now, if your opponent plays nothing, you play nothing. If they play a minion, to try to bounce it out with Primal Pea Shooter. If they play something with 3 health, Long Choice, a very good removal card. If they play nothing, you just pass, and you accumulate cards in your hand in order to set up one of two cards. One of them is the Savage Spinach. Now, you do have to have one leafy plant on the field, so we do have plenty of leafy plants. You have the Bok Choy. The Celery is also leafy. You also have the Umbrella is leafy, and you got this one, the Pea Patch. So you want to play this onto one of them. It'll make all the cards in your hand have extra attack. Now, the card that in particular you're trying to grow with this, it's really anything, but particularly the Starfruit. If you can give this a little bit of extra attack and you play this on the field, you can basically kill your opponent in one turn. This will do 20 damage if it has a base attack of 4. So you just gotta make sure that if you're against a hero that can do a little bit of damage with a Bungee Plum or something like that, you don't play your shooting Starfruit unless they've committed all of their brains that turn. Now, the other thing you can sort of stall for time for is the Onion Rings. You are going to play this, all your guys will turn to 4/4, so again, there's so many things that are good just being 4/4 Umbrella Leaf, and you have team-ups, and you can really just swarm the board, but particularly just the shooting Starfruit, if this is a 4/4, it's so hard to remove, and just so much damage will take over the game. Now, there's a few uses out of the Pea Patch in this deck. It's going to be an activator, first of all, for your Savage Spinach. You can also place your Starfruit right on this. It'll become a 4/4, so that's another way of activating the Starfruit. And you can actually play this in conjunction with Rotobega. Rotobega, it's pretty weak. It does a lot of damage. It shoots in a couple of lanes. So if this grows to a 4/3, this will be doing 8 damage per turn. It's a lot. Running Captain Cucumber for some extra card draw, and we are running bonus attacks just to finish off opponents. This can also be work again very well if you have a Starfruit that survives from one turn to the next. So I'm gonna play one game with this, and we will move right along. Starting off 2019, Starfruit. You guessed it. You guessed it, folks. You have to be really smart in the early game of this deck, balancing when do you play minions and when do you just pass. It's super important. Against trick decks, you're pass no matter what. Hit them basically just with the Onion Rings, and then take over the game starting on turn 6. Rotobega is very cute. Third Dragon or first Lima Pleurodon or something different. I'd have to, I don't know, you have Mixed Up Gravedigger, do you have, what are the good ones to craft? Canalith is really good, like, second wave legendaries to craft. I'm sure you have, I'd have to take a step back and look at all the cards to guess what my second wave opinion would be. All right, here we go. So we have the Savage Spinach with one control card. Again, you can use the Rotobega as a control card. It can hit a couple lanes early on. In terms of mulliganing, it's been a little while since I played this deck. You definitely want a couple early game cards. You want one of these. I don't know about the Rotobega in this matchup. This isn't great against HG. That was actually... Okay, this is fine.
I'm still here, Fry. Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you, Bookets. Really appreciate it. 14 months. What is this? Just Swabby? Pass. It happens to be that the Primal Pea Shooter is very good against Doctor Who, so maybe I should have kept that in my hands. Probably going to be done with this. Nothing. Now, we should just consider... It's possible I should just play the Bonk Joy just so we have a leafy card. What is he going to do? He's going to beam me up? It's a rank 16 guy. Just so we have a leafy card to play Savage Spinach on turn 4. I think that's what I'm going to do. And Neptuna just subscribed. Thank you so much, Neptuna. Been a while. Real appreciate it. Why does this guy just play Swabby on turn 1? I'm so confused. Go get him, Swabby! It's there just in case Bad Moon Rising. Let's just save it. So I'm going to go with the Captain Cucumber here. It's nice if this stays in the field. It happens to be a huge Giganticus is a very good matchup for this deck. And I'll tell you why. He doesn't have a good way of dealing 2 damage. He doesn't have any field clear, no chickening, no bungee plumbers, no real small removal. It's one of his weaknesses. I don't know what this guy's doing. It's some kind of weird Bad Moon Rising deck. I'm going to put the Captain Cucumber here. If this gets Deadly Barreled, so be it. We'll have bigger cards for him to Deadly Barrel later. He's rampant again! It's just an all-out Bad Moon Rising deck. Freeze. Maybe I should have played around this environment exactly. Just want to draw the card out. Oh, I think so. Grow that a little bit. Savage Spinach incoming. This grows again everything on the field and in hand. So this will actually have 5 attack. And this will itself will be a 5/6. This is really, really good. We're getting rid of a 2/1 and putting a 4-cost 5/6 on the field. Amazing! So we should be able to get the Starfruit next turn. Starfruit, by the way, when it's even a 4/2, if it's protected by the Umbrella Leaf, it's very good. So we're gonna play this in the key moment. Little mini Slayer. Fire Rooster? Okay, you're right. Fire Rooster. But again, Fire Rooster doesn't... If you play Starfruit, Fire Rooster, first of all, doesn't do 2 damage. Second of all, it can only be played the next turn. The damage is already going to be done. Look at this guy. Give this man a Nebula. Okay. And our opponent committed everything. Nice. So we'll be able to remove this next turn. I'm going to go with the Starfruit right now. Opponent didn't leave anything to the imagination. So this is going to do 4 damage to face. It'll clear his field. It'll do some damage to the 6/6 too, which is going to be helpful. It'll enable this to survive. So this does 5 damage and it draws a card. La-di-da. Ooh, healing. I'll definitely take it. It'd be really nice to blow this if he doesn't play another minion here. Oh, he has 8. This will be a very, very good blow. Mechasar. So blowing either of those is fine. And I think Poppies is the second one. Let it blow, let it blow. Got him. And Poppies. Looks good to me. You can't remove this with anything. There's no 1-cost trick that's going to take this out. I don't know if there's any 1-cost trick against Barrel of Barrels. Like, how could he even draw a card to activate this? But whatever gets spawned usually gets torn apart, at least partially, by the Starfruit. That was 16 damage to face into anything, and that's guaranteed lethal because he got super. Actually, wait, no, this can spawn a minion now. So it has to end up exactly in lane 2 for him to... Nope. No. Strike through. No, wait, no, strike through says, never mind. Insane. You're dead. So this died. So this activates again. Kernel Corn? Kernel Corn should be fine. Oh no! It only has 3 damage now. Kernel Corn looks real good. So used to being Who Giganticus. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is gonna be another Mondo Bronto. Where does this guy keep on getting Mondo Brontos from? Oh, because it blew into his hand. Never mind. Here's another one. Where did the first one come from? I don't even know. Alright, so we got Kernel Corn. There's nothing we can do with this bonus attack. Looks so nice, though. There's no way we can grow this. I think it's just Kernel Corn. Because between the Kernel Corn and the... Between the Kernel Corn and the starfruit, this is a field clear. And we have the full block meter. We should be fine. That's dead. Yep, got him. It's 9 damage. Pretty good. Alright, we did it! Should I be keeping track of wins and losses today? You know what? Why not? I don't see a reason why not. Oh, getting those jams. Alright! Moving right along, we're gonna go to Walnut and the deck that I will show you. There's a bunch of very good Walnut decks. You can go with aggro. The troll deck was very good with the Briar Rose Soul Patch. The one I'm going to show you is actually a recent deck. This is going to be the all-out heal deck. I feel like this is going to be sort of the best hero for the all-out heal. You do have the Pop and Poppy, so this is the Walnut deck I'm going to show you today. This one you don't want to play very much in the early game, except for maybe Solar Winds. Sometimes Forget-Me-Nuts can get it done and really prevent them from doing too much if they're trying to charge Trickster. Basically, you let them do a little bit of damage to you in the early game. You can always catch up your health with Catch-Up Mechanic, but basically you want to control with Solar Winds and Briar Rose, take out those cards, and really set up some heal plays. You want to play multiple Dr. Peppers on the field. When things are damaged, these things will grow every single time that you heal, so you're going to be healing with the Catch-Up Mechanic, particularly healing with the Allosaurus, which will heal again everything by 1, so more damage minions on the field or more damage to your face is good. That's the reason why you don't want to be controlling them in the early game, is so you actually have a little bit of damage to heal so you can really come from behind and really buff up these Dr. Peppers. Dr. Pepper is also a great combo with the Pop and Poppies. This also creates a lot of little flowers, so you will be able to control them very well with the Briar Rose. Briar Rose, of course, kills any zombie that hurts a flower. We're also running Astro Vera for some extra heals, and we are running the Walnut Bowling. Now, in order to make this deck a little bit better, this is the finisher, of course. In order to make this deck even better, what I would actually do to make this deck better, this is the exact deck list, I would actually get rid of the Astro Veras and put in a few Cob Cannons. This will actually pad this deck for a few things that we were missing. You need some removal. This will give us some good water lane removal. Of course, the strike through is what you use to activate your Dr. Peppers and the little poppies. So this is actually going to be better. You have plenty of team ups between the Solar Winds and the poppies and the Pop and Poppies in this deck. So this is actually how I would do it. And maybe I'll make a new deck list while we're playing the next game. Here we go. This is a little bit less all-out heal maybe, since I got rid of the Astroveras. At the end of the day, the Astroveras really, the Cob Cannon is more effective of a card, much more offensive than the Astrovera, and again, it gives you some of that strong removal that you really need extra while you're stalling for time. Quick deck list. There we go. Alright, so we have the poppies. You want to mulligan for Briar Rose, Dr. Pepper. Here's you. Is this good on turn 1 against Super Brains? It kind of is. I'll get rid of this. I'm gonna look for a Doctor Who. Alright. It's fine. Again, you don't really need, not a lot of early game in this deck, but you don't really need it. Pass. All right. Actually, just replacing this deck list. I'll put the correct deck list on the screen. Here we go. Solar Winds. Get it ramping. Well, we'd have to go 11-0 today. Heal more? Hello. Alright. Interesting. Covered that up. Oh, it's so annoying. What is this gonna be? Let's see what we get. Electrician. Our opponent's using some kind of leap deck. This was a really good play. It's in the box. Tank. This really isn't a problem. Don't feel worried. We actually have a really good trade against the tank. Interesting. So this will kill the walnut and go face. Probably would rather this go face. Thank you very much. If he deadlies this. Deadly barrel would have been cool. Nope, that just dies for free. Haha, got him. You want to kill this, of course, before it transforms again. Yeah. I do have a Beta-carrotina deck, which performed okay. What are you doing? Where's he gonna put the guy, though? Where did he even get this from? It's a guy from Doctor Who. Yeah, if this had been a flower, that would have been nice. Man, this guy's conjuring. This looks like sort of a take on the Conjure Leap deck. So developing you is good. The question is, do we play around Deadly Barrel? Deadly Barrel's a very common card. I think I'm going to. Too bad we. Well, I think I'm going to. It's too harsh if he has a Deadly Barrel here, so we'd rather him conjure the card. We'll take this out with, you know, we'll have a bunch of things take this out a little bit later. This is totally fine. We're in amazing shape. You can fall behind in this deck, no problem. You're supposed to. You're purposely trying to fall behind in the early game. Typically. So this will heal a little bit. So what are the plays this turn? We could go with some kind of Dr. Pepper strat. That's interesting, a 4-4 versus a 4-7. So it's going to be... This Cob Cannon's interesting. I think we start with the... What if he all deadlies? He hasn't played a thing yet, right? You know what? I think this is how we're gonna do it. And we're gonna protect both of them. This is fine. And now everything is protected. Too bad we actually don't block here, though. A little sad. Drone Engineer. This way, even if he has Super Stench, we're not that screwed. Leaps that. To a 3-drop. It's probably not gonna survive, though. It kills the walnut. Okay. That's fine. So these Doctor Who's are gonna grow. Dr. Peppers, I mean, are gonna grow by 4/4 apiece because we're healing both our face and the Allosaurus is healing itself. Very nice. Very nice. Don't have an activator for the Cob Cannon as of yet. Again, we do want to play around some kind of Deadly Barrel, so I believe this is correct. It'll at least protect this 10-10 here. Ridiculous. And we're at 20 health. What do you know? Do not have a Sunstrike in hand. We're running 3, which is the max. You can't run 4. It's too many. Hello, Chef Do. Welcome. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I was sick yesterday on New Year's Eve. I had a stomach bug. The guy just spamming, but he doesn't have any removal. He hasn't shown us a Pogo, a Super Stench, a Deadly Barrel. So this is going to grow this Dr. Pepper another couple of times. This will end up being a 14-14 now. Where's our Sunstrike, though? It's the one thing we're missing. We're approaching Walnut Bowling, which is gonna just wreck him. It's turned into a newspaper. Very nice. Cob Cannon is probably the play. Really? Ah, so annoying. That's pretty good, actually. That's okay though. It's not gonna help him win the game. First of all, I wasn't running in this deck. Just compare Zombot with Walnut Bowling here. Just compare those two cards. The Walnut Bowling actually, between the 2 damage, the 1 nerf, and then the 6 damage, Zombot actually dies here. It should be the play. It only does 6 to his face. That's okay. Yo, dad! Put some walnuts on the field. Sets up another Cob Cannon. Got it. No! Does he have a way of protecting that? I don't think so. No, really? He was trying to pull off Gargoyle's Zombot. Wow. That actually does not take advantage of the transformation station since it hides first. Roll to 3. You already did Chop, right? Mm-hmm. Puppy. Really? I'm putting it here. This is the second one he's conjured. He got one from Doctor Who. And then he got the second one from Frosty Mustache. Getting frosty. This guy with all of his mustaches and everything. Doesn't heal, just protects her 6/6 in the field. We need another Walnut Bowling now. Or a Cob Cannon or something. We're gonna block here. What? Why did he not do that in lane 2? You gotta cover your own environment there, man, and take out my 6/6, dude. Come on, man. Bubble, bubble. Bubble, 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 bubble. No, I'll keep that. We are healed. We're still at 20 health, just saying. This bubble will actually help us. Yes! It's exactly what we needed, folks. This will clear his field. It might end up doing a lot of damage, too. Let's see what he plays here on 11. Little Mega Tix Gaming. If he doesn't make plays, even so. I might actually bubble this here so we can get some extra damage in. I don't know what is going to be here. Pretty sure we're going to bubbling. Every day I'm bubbling. Oh no! Oh no! I forgot I had to bubble that first! Whoops. It's gonna have a second walnut. So not used to that. No! No! There's Miss Lethal. Okay. Okay, so you wanted to take a little less damage and waste his ult. Okay. Yes! Yes. There's some good stuff that can come out of here, too. You're giving me cards? Big mistake! Very big mistake! Don't give me cards! First of all, I'm healing for 2 more. It didn't matter. This catch-up mechanic's gonna do a lot of damage here. Believe you me. So this is a 3/3. This is only 2. Just deciding which one of these we're gonna play. Did we go with the bigger one? Let's go with the one that prevents the. I don't know. I think this is good enough. Let's play this next. I'm gonna hold on the Solar Wind in case we get a really expensive trick here. Oh! These things should have strike through. I'm pretty sure they do. They had 0 attack. Yeah, they do have strike through. Amazing. They get the strike through before they have any attacks. Then when you add attack to them, I wasn't 1000% sure it was gonna work that way. This looks real good, and the 4 damage definitely. That Berry Angry was great because they just added lethal in all 3 lanes now. I don't think there's any reason to bubble it up here. High Diver. Yeah, Beam Me Up is not gonna help here. Give that man a Baboon Rising. Nebula. And that's game. There's no way. Got him. That guy stuck it out. He really conjured a lot. So our conjure decks, I think it was just a matter of us getting Sunstrike though. The moment we get Sunstrike is the moment we win. Kind of our win condition. We needed a Sunstrike and 2 Walnut Bowlings there in order to pull it off. So he definitely hung in there like a champ with all of his frosty mustaches and stuff. Alright. We is 2-0. Moving right along. Ba-da-da-da. Next one is the Berry Splash deck. We're gonna get this up on the thing. This has not changed. This deck is just perfection. I'm pretty sure this is this exact same deck list as I had before. Let's just make sure everything's the same. Yada yada yada. Yes! Alright guys, so here is the Spudow deck. This deck has been just amazing. Spudow is the best berry hero. And this deck actually incorporates 2 different strategies here, really 3 different strategies. One is the berry strategy, so you're running high voltage current. I do not like running Shelf Shim. I feel like it really does not do enough in decks like this. You got Berry Blast, the special berry that we're running for the Guardian class, only Spudow can run, only Kaboom Hero can run. This is Hibernating Berry. But the main heart and soul of this deck and the huge power berries is Strawberryan, which will splash a little bit of damage around every single time you play a berry on the field. So when you play Sergeant Strongberry in the field, it'll splash 3 damage around at a time and totally decimate your opponent in the mid-range game on turns 3 and 4. We're running some grapes for some extra field clear. Now the Pecanolith doesn't have too much synergy in this deck, but it's really just a finisher. If you play this on the field, 7 damage on turn 5, but it is particularly good. It gives another value out of the Hibernating Berry. So those are the sort of the finisher strategies. Now the setup strategy that's very good is the splash strategy, and that's running these 4 cards right over here. The first one is Galactic Cactus. This one, it dies, it splashes 1 damage to all minions, yours and your opponent's. And you also have the Fireweed, which not only is an amazing card to play on heights, it will be a 2-cost 3/3. If you play on the ground, it creates an environment that does 1 damage to both you and your opponent, your and your opponent's minions. So if you either of those will activate both the Hibernating Berry, the little bits of damage that it'll take every turn will make it grow and attack so much. And the Paracub, when it takes that 1 damage, is a 3-cost that turns into a 5/4. Amazing value. A couple Gravebusters just to play around Gravestones. And this deck is really the full package. Can't wait to show you guys. Hope you enjoy. Oh man, we're in 2019 now. Here we go. So this works well. The thing about high voltage current here, I don't think we keep it because we really do need one of our mid-range cards. Better Mulligan, that's so much better. This is really good early game control setup. You get so far ahead every turn in this deck. It's amazing. So I believe we set up the Galactic Cactus on 1. There's no Gravestone Super Brains, by the way, he's going to have that will deal well with Galactic Cactus. It's Drone Engineer, Swashbuckler, and do I Meteor that before it's too late? Okay, let's Meteor it. Just hello, not Sunday. What's my New Year's resolution for real though? I wanna get this. I wanna get this channel up to the next level. I wanna break 100,000 this year. I really feel like if I put in the work, I can do it. Thank you everyone for your support. Really appreciate it. Here's this Gravebuster. All right, let's do that. It's better to save the Gravebusters for the Pogos later though. I don't know why we're going up. Oh, everyone's low rank because the season just reset. I forgot. I'm only rank 30. I forgot it. I'm gonna go with this. If it's an electrician, this is amazing. Even better. Perfect. Thank you so much, Nated Doggy. Nate Doggy. Sorry. Or Nated Doggy. Thank you so much, Nate Doggy, for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we do have the the badge right up. If you guys have Amazon Prime, or your parents do, if you could please subscribe, that would be amazing. Costs you nothing and helps support your favorite streamer, maybe, from buying groceries for the babies. Do you guys like to eat food? So does Baby Fry #1 and Baby Fry #2. So please subscribe for free with Amazon Prime. Much appreciated. Now, what do we do here? Just Sergeant Strongberry, so we can set up. We don't really need the strawberry. We can also do this play. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. Deadly! Thank you so much, Nate. No! Oh, that's a good super. That's a decent super. But at the end of the day, our we're definitely ahead on the field here. This 2-4 is not going to end up doing that much more damage, most likely, unless he runs smoke bombs. But anyway, you can sub again. You can subscribe for free if you have Amazon Prime, which is the free shipping service, or if your parents do. You just link your Amazon account to your Twitch account. Doesn't cost anything. Thank you, Kimi, for subscribing with Prime. I think I'll reach 100,000 this year, so I can actually. You guys want to hear some statistics? Why don't I pull up the analytics? This is the perfect time to do this. Transparency time, you guys. I want to pull up my analytics here and tell you guys a little bit what's happened. I wonder if I can, how easily I can do this though. How many subscribers we've gained and stuff like this. Let's go for 2018. I'll read you guys some stuff if you're interested. So this is fine. This and Berry Blast. Yo, Dad! That weak stuff out of here. That's okay. If you don't have Amazon Prime, don't worry about it. You can get it free for 1 month. Don't worry about it. Alright, I'm going to read you guys some analytics. This is January 1st, 2018 through December 30th, 2018. Watch time. This is the number of minutes watched on the Fry 'em Up channel. Has been 81,369,257 minutes. The average view duration, so average view per video, is 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So that's that includes, a lot of people will watch the videos for a long time. Some people will watch for 10 minutes and stop, and watch for another 10 minutes and stop. So each one of those counts as a view duration. Some people just start, look at the video, look at the first few seconds and stop. So it averages them all around. Having 8 minutes of watch time is actually one of the biggest ones on YouTube for any size channel. I'm sure PewDiePie does not, for example, have 8 minutes of watch time because his videos are 10 minutes long.
Happy New Year, Fry.
Thank you so much, Fixed Fusion. Really appreciate it. Did we just win? We were so far ahead. Should I just count that game? Fine, we'll just count the game. We were kicking the big tush anyway. Alright guys, so this is the Grass Knuckles deck I'm going to show you. It is the aggro Gatling deck. So this deck is an aggro deck. You're trying to put on as much damage as you can onto your opponent, and you really finish them off with your late game cards like Bananasaurus Rex and Gatling P. So in this deck, you are, again, it's a lot of bullseye minions. You're trying not to charge your opponent's block meter too much by only putting on bullseye cards. This will actually work very well. The Planturn will work very well as a bullseye minion if it's in an environment. Otherwise, it's a 3/3/3, which is decent. The Health Nuts is 4 damage on turn 3, which is very good. You want the this will control the Amphibious Lane. This will be able to drag in a Toxic Waste Imp if you face it. It also is a P, which is going to set up the Gatling P in the late game. If you play this onto a P, this will do an immediate bonus attack, and it also does 2 shots every single turn of 5 damage, which is huge. You can upgrade this from your P patch, so then the first bonus attack will do 7 damage, and then it'll do 7/7 every single turn, which is really great. You can also upgrade the Bananasaurus Rex from your P patch, which will make it initially a 5/5. The Split P is very, very good. It's, again, 4 damage on turn 2, which is amazing. The little bit of damage it does to yourself is actually good, because first of all, you're going to be doing so much damage to your opponent, they're not probably going to be able to finish you off but by the time, so the 1 damage doesn't matter. What it does do is charge your block meter, and you're looking for your aggressive cards like Power Pummel and Time to Shine. These will do a lot of damage onto the field. A little bit of card draw, root wall. All the powers of Grass Knuckles are fine. But these will actually be the heavy hitters, so you definitely want to charge your block meter and get hit by that. Again, you never front their minions, you just always go face no matter what. Really nice actually having Sting Beam, because this is a great lane to actually evolve your Gatling P onto. So it'll be doing this huge card, it'll do the bonus attacks and the extra damage all in the amphibious lane, which just makes it harder to control. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's just get right into it. I say hope you guys enjoy instinctively right when I'm about to finish an intro. It's just part of my MO, you guys. What is this? And thank you so much, Kramer, for subscribing with Twitch Prime. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Kramer. Ooh, I just put the extension up and we're getting some subscriptions. That's nice. We get rid of this here. This is fine. This should be good enough. We have a early game bullseye card and a setup card. Again, there's two ways of being aggressive in this game. One is high amounts of damage. The other one is small amounts, but they're bullseye, so your opponent does not block. The block meter is the biggest bane to aggressive decks. Probably going to be setting this up on turn 3, so Holoflora should happen next turn. If our opponent has a Rolling Stone here, not the end of the world. It'll just make our health nuts and stuff better later. Rolling Stone. I'm so dehydrated I didn't eat or drink anything. I drank a little bit, but I haven't actually eaten since 2 days ago. Feeling good though. If this gets Rolling Stoned, it's fine. So I'm just gonna do this right here, because it just makes the health nut better. Otherwise, this will just stay on the field. Now, Weed Spray. If our opponent passes this turn, then passes next. I didn't play around Beam Me Up. Maybe I should have played around Beam Me Up in a control deck. If our opponent passes here, we're not going to play Health Nut because it just makes the Weed Spray too good. There is a small chance I'll put this. Okay, Split P is the best thing we can get. No. I hope he just plays Nebula or something like that. Weed Spray. Couldn't play the Health Nut or else I would have died to of a card. We're doing just fine here. He's gonna have it's not gonna be the easiest thing to be controlling these B-Rexes and stuff. Let's see if he has a Flick. It's basically the only thing I can control this turn. Hand of Devastation, but it is a control deck, so the chances he has a Hand of Devastation is pretty good. This is a high rank guy too, because this is, again, that is so slow. That basically loses the game, by the way. There are cards like Triplication and Thinking Cap that do nothing on turn 4. It does nothing. He'll have a decent play next turn, but I think it's actually just going to be too late. I'm pretty sure the play here is Bananasaurus Rex and this P, and then we'll actually have a good setup here. My Bananasaurus Rex. More like Bananasaurus Wrecked. We're going to do it like this. We want to be able to Gatling P for 5 damage. Should be able to get him down to 5 here. What is he going to do on turn 5? What are these powers? He has a Lightning Bolt power? If he has a Lightning Bolt power, he's in decent shape. There's a Rocket. Definitely why you don't play Gatling P there, because then it just gets rocketed. That's fine. So this should proc the block. That's a Rocket Science out of his hand, by the way. Does this proc? No, it doesn't. So it's down to 9. Kind of wanted that to proc the block. That Split P is good. What is the play here? It depends how much he commits. Maybe Health Nut. How about Split P and Health Nut? And we'll finish him off with the Gatling P later. I don't want him to get... I don't know, he could very likely get Chop. Alright, let's do it like this. Should do a collab with Brawl Stars YouTuber. Yeah, I'm gonna do another one with Foam Cats hopefully soon. I did one with him, but that was like right when I started playing that was really the moment I started playing the game, was when I did that collab. Now I know a little bit more what to do, so I'd like to do another collab and upload that. That would be nice. Here we go. I'll do more collabs with other people later. I kind of have a relationship with him already. Teleport. This is so much heat on the field. Look at it, what is happening. If he spends, he already spent his Rolling Stone and his Weed Spray. He has another Rolling Stone. Come on, man. He got Eureka. And Trickster already. And no way! Miss! Come on, man. We need to proc the block for the Gatling, though. Not cool, man. So, never lucky. Here's another trickster. What am I going to do here? We have to YOLO it, I think. It's a chance we'll roll a 1 also. Just gotta proc that block though. Here's Chop. He was holding Chop the entire time. And Weed Spray. Is there anything that can save us here? We gotta roll a 1. No, we lose. That was so dumb. Come on, man. He had backup. Come on, man. It was a control deck, which at the end of the day is actually good against our deck. But we got more split piece, we definitely would have won. The thinking cap did get him back into it. How did he pull that off? I'm so shocked. I thought for sure we were gonna win that one. Let's try it again. So we're 3-1 now. Keep it going. It's a fluke, you guys. Fluke him up. This is okay. This isn't great against Infinity. Here we go. Control does beat aggro. Again, there's a lot of cards in our deck that he could not control, like Split P, but I guess Beam Me Up can deal with Split P. We didn't really get them. I will play Brawl Stars at 4:30 today. 4:30 Eastern time. It's in about 3.5 hours. I have the answer to Black Eyed Pea here. This isn't very good. You're saying go face with Galactic Cactus there. It's not a bad idea. He's using cards. It's so good against our hand. Stupid. I guess we play this. I know if the imp lands here and then trades with this, it'll explode and then trigger these again, but hopefully that won't happen. Of course it lands here. Of course it's an imp with 2 attack. Great. Wonderful. He's gonna get Toxic Waste Imp here too, the one that does not die to the 1/1. Okay. No, he didn't get anything here. Never mind. What am I supposed to do? There it is. Ow. Really? Doesn't throw anything. looking for super there. This is pretty good. And I'm feeling good. Okay. Gonna cover the environment, I presume. Let's just play this here. A little bit safer. Black the Cactus does clear his field. He'll be down to 3 cards. Probably just has an environment. So he has 3 cards and 1's an environment. That means we're in really good shape. Oh! 2 more damage. Yes! Alright, so we're down to 5. But he doesn't have a field anymore. He has 2 cards. Oh, baby! It looks like we're gonna win, folks! Okay. Woo! when you're playing an aggro deck, but it turns into a control deck, I know. Okay. And I'm feeling good. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know if doing 1 damage to our face is even good right now. Probably is. Okay. No, I'll get the 4-1. Okay, so these 2 trade. There's 1 to face. That's fine. 1. Yes, procs the block. There's another imp though. Please not here. Thank you. Right in the graveyard. So this is gonna do 4. Please not infinity clones. 1 and 3. Thank you. Now we're gonna win. 5 plus. This is 5 damage. He's gonna have to clog every lane right now. In fact, yeah, he has to clog every lane. He has 3 more cards. Can he do it? No, he can't. He can't do it. We're gonna win in style. Don't even need time to shine. We don't even need it, folks. Woo! Everyone was like, dang Fry, F, rip. It's a good deck, okay guys? Shut up. We killed him! Toxic Waste Imp. Strong card against this deck. Just Toxic Waste Imp and Imp Throwing Imp. Just look at this deck and think of that combo. This is one of the weaknesses. Sorry, why am I playing another game? We won! Moving right along! Doing a Grass Knuckle stream today. Alright guys. I don't think I'm going to be editing this deck. Rose. Alright guys, this is the Rose deck I'm going to show you today. This is called the Try-Hard Ramp, or the Fry-Hard Rose, or the Anti-Everything Rose. This is a Rose deck that not only is extremely powerful in itself, it is a ramp and control deck, and you finish them off with Cob Cannon and Dragon. But it also really counters just about every good strategy these zombies have. It's something very unique to Rose that she can do. If they're going with Gravestones, we do have answers to that with Cool Bean. This anyway will be a decent card as a 3/3 to ramp to on turn 2. We have Briar Rose, which just takes out, Briar is a bunch of flowers, which just takes out so many things. We have Cob Cannon to remove their big minions. If they're going for any kind of bonus attacks, Tricksters, Frenzy, anything like that, the Wingnut will counter them. If they're going for any kind of tricks, the Brainana will counter them, Brainana and the Dragon. So we have great early game, great late game, great finishers. If they're doing a Swarm deck, you can kill them, usually with Shrinking Violet. This is probably the best plant deck. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll show you exactly the power of the Fry-Hard Ramp. I hardly ever play this deck anymore. There's something about it that's just not fair. This is a really, really good deck. Okay, so we're not really worried about Gravestones. Bonus attacks, there is Frenzy, but I'll get rid of the Wingnut for now. This should be fine. Definitely keep Briar Rose against Smash. You don't run Astro Bear in this deck. I'll spam with someone. Why not? Why the Limapluridons? It's in order to take out amphibious minions, you want a way of dealing with Toxic Waste Imp. It's a decent control card on turn 1. Again, it's just to play around, you know, the mini ninjas and just all the little cards that the opponent could aggro you. That's really could end up being one of the weaknesses of this mid to late range deck, is just aggression. And a 1-cost 2/2 that has the flexibility of being in the amphibious lane is very good. It's extra power that it puts the Magic Beanstalks in its deck. Is actually just extra. People think that's the main part of Limapluridon and overvalue it for that reason, but it's certainly not. The main value is its stats. What is this? We'll go with Cool Beans. It'll just prevent the problems here. Landscaper. So this looks like a control smash deck with the sorts. We're doing just fine. Probably go with Briar Rose here. I don't think we front it. He's passing turn 4? So what's better coming up? The Briar Rose or the Wingnut? I think the Briar Rose is better. So I will... If he destroys this, by the way, we have Cob Cannon next turn. Or Brainana next turn. Brainana and Cob Cannon are the 1-2 punch, because if they play a minion, you get him with Cob Cannon. If they don't, you hit him with Brainana. I think Sunflower Seed, because it sets up the Cob Cannon for next turn, is good. It's another flower on the field, too. If I'm really playing around Flick, and against Hands of Devastation, again, the Sunflower Seed, since it is sticky, is definitely the play. Does he have a Nebula or a Rolling Stone to kill that Sunflower? Okay. Again, that's 2 cards. That's our 3-cost card, our Sunflower Seed. Just took up 2 cards in his hand, so let's just look at the card advantage. I'll definitely take it. That works. It's a Control Gargologist deck. Interesting. I'm gonna go with Briar Rose. A little scary. Again, he could have a Hand of Devastation here. Man! Look at this guy with the plays. Look at the plays. Six. I wonder if mogging... You know what? We can always mog the big guy. We mogging him folks. And he doesn't have any backup plan. Again, Gargs are not good against... It just turned into a baseball. Gargs are not good against Rose because she has so many ways of dealing with those big guys. I was thinking maybe of mogging this one, but yeah, it worked out just fine. There's another one. Next Garg is just dead. We're at 12. We're doing just fine here, though. So we have 1 + 6. Dragons incoming. Dragons good against Gargs as well. I don't have a team up here, though. So it's just Godify. Dragon would have been good next turn. He'll probably put his next Garg in lane 3, and the Dragon should be able to neutralize him. I wonder if he has another wannabe. Another wannabe hero would be a problem if we don't get a team up sometime soon. Probably Dragon into this turn. There's a Magic Beanstalk. Oh, baby. I think Brainana Magic Beanstalk is the play. It makes us not able to play Dragon next turn. Okay, so just Dragon, so we're not gonna have issues. Alright, just Dragon. We actually have this lane. Lane 4 being clogged is actually to our disadvantage here. Block. This is a lot of damage. I'm gonna do it just for the 6 damage here. There's another 3. Should have him down to 5. This will proc the block. Interesting going up against a Garg deck, but again, this just ruins these Garg decks. We didn't get Shrinking Violet or anything. So what are our team ups for the Cob Cannon? It's really just the 2 Sunflowers. Again, this will be another perfect example of when opponents play Zombot. Usually, when opponents play Zombot, we win the game that turn. Not eventually. That turn. Good thing we got this little one cost card though. Got him. If you're down to 5 health, empty block meter, Zombot is never the play. Never the play. But anyway, when is Zombot the play? Why don't I keep my Wingnut in my Mulligan hand? It's true, but that's a little bit later to be considering going viral. It's much better to have Briar Rose, for example, on 4. Alright, so that was the Fryhard... Oops. That was the Fryhard ramp, so let's move on. We just did Rose, and we'll move on to... Is Beta-carrotina last? Let's do Beta-carrotina right now. This is the good Beta-carrotina, the only decent Beta-carrotina deck we had. I'll put this deck list up. Should have the same deck list. I don't think I've edited this. Alright guys, so here is the Beta-carrotina control deck. This actually did perform pretty well. This is probably the worst deck that I'm doing today, because it's Beta-carrotina. I will be doing another deck with Citron, which you could do with Beta-carrotina too. Not as good with Beta-carrotina because her powers suck. But in this deck, we are controlling and removing everything the opponent plays off the field. You're controlling the Galactic Cactus, dragging things out of the water, manipulating lanes, killing gravestones, good removal environments. This can be comboed, this can be just a good control card itself. It does 6 damage for a 3-cost card if you combine both of the stats of the cards. But it can be activated also by Galactic Cactus. We'll splash and get a little bit of momentum. We're going to be controlling a Shrinking Violet, Guac, bouncing things off the field, controlling them. Here's a little bit of healing, since usually they'll end up doing some damage to you, so a little bit of healing cutoff is good. And the finishers are Dragon and Walnut Bowling. Now, this does have everything that you really need in a control deck. It has big removal, small removal, you know, controlling tricks, controlling gravestones, so controlling small minions, field clear, really kind of has the full package. I feel like there's just some sheer power. There's going to be some zombie decks that can outpower this, but here it is. Let's see how it goes. Is Toadstool a good card? It's not very good. Beta budget? I don't know. Beta-carrotina memes incoming. Man, I'm drinking so much today. So dehydrated. In the zombie decks, yeah, I will be doing the Conjure Leap, don't worry. It's pretty good. So, do you keep a late game card here? I don't think so. Let's try to really chump up on the early game. Alright, that's fine. Beta-carrotina does have decent early game control. That's why we're running fewer early game cards, is because half the powers, both the tractor and the both of the little guys can control the early game this way. So pass, and just keep it passing. And again, against a trick Rust Bolt deck, which this seems to be already, we are going to ruin him with the Brain Endless and the dragons. This is a little bit more versatile, I think, because he's not going to be running a bunch of little guys. This will kill that. Very nice. This game is going very well. This tractor is actually very good with the, Oh, we have the quick answer to this 4-drop. I was thinking using a tractor and putting it in here, but don't what? We'll do this play later. This will be a versatile play. We have just the... We can actually tractor things into the Guacodile as well. This tractor has a lot of... If you have other things and environments and minions set up on the field... This Stomping On sucks. Stomping On is so bad at 4. There's so many answers to it. Come on, man. We're doing so much heat here. I think I'm actually going to... I think I'm actually going to play this here, just to keep on clogging lanes. It's a little bit weird. But again, we can throw something into the 1-1 a little bit later. Hello, Heal More. You have so many questions. I'll try to answer them a little bit at a time. It's hard for me to see every single chat. There are a lot of people here. How many people are here today? 187. I'll definitely take it. Bam. So, what did he do? He thinking cap lightning bolted? Okay. Man. It's looking rough, you guys. Brainana. Perfect opportunity. Is a 2-2 on the field? Yo, dead. Brainana. Is HG super on turn 1? It very likely is. Infinities on turn 1 is also really good. Later than turn 1, HG super becomes a lot worse. Dragons next turn. We are protected! This also just protects three lanes. I don't know if we play this. We're doing so much heat here. He can't really weed spray either. He's gonna take too much damage. Alright, let's do this. Put it right into the dickweed. Tractor him out. This is our weed spray insurance, is the Tricksters already? Where is the Trickster gonna go? Everything has 2 minions in it. All these lanes have 2 minions. This counts as 2 because it's spawned with something. Okay. That's nice. We're doing so much damage to our opponent here. Okay. Didn't do anything. We actually don't have a dragon anymore, but the walnut bowling should get her done. Now we do have a dragon. Oh! Dude! Not a good play! Now you're taking more damage. Why did he play that after he played his imp on the field? I guess it would have died regardless, huh? Never mind. He had a chop. That's good. That's his only answer to dragon. Just went down the garbage. Right down the garbage. Down to 7. Dragon into walnut bowling. Looking pretty good. 2 walnut bowlings. Look at our hand, you guys. I'd rather keep the dragon alive. Preventing him from playing tricks next turn is the way. This also does 6 to face. This usually just wins here, because Spikeweed Sector. Guy doesn't have any... we block the 6 anyway. Wee! Fun! It's just gonna be a freaking... Oh. 2 cost 5 too. He kills the Trickster. But again, he has to... if he heals now, he'll have 1 health left. With all this in hand. Don't think this is possible, guys. Nope. Got him. Got him with Beta-carrotina. What's your favorite hero? I don't know. Huge Giganticus? Yeah. Definitely. Alright, Solar Flare. So many good decks with Solar Flare, but we're going to go back to the basics. I definitely want to include 1 aggro deck in this, and I will put it up on the field. Up on the board, I mean. The old deck list. This deck list has not changed in a long time. That's why we're using the old deck list. I guess that's a good representation, but alright guys, this is aggro Solar Flare. It's still amazing. It has become a little bit worse since Trickster decks and Bungee Plumbers have become more prevalent, but this is still an amazing deck. You're just trying to hit their face no matter what. Haunted Pumpkin is one of the best cards in the game. It does 4 damage on turn 1. You're just doing as much damage as possible to their face. You play the Poison Ivy. You're gonna, this will do 5 damage a turn it's played. And when it's fronted, it creates a very good card to upgrade into the Elderberry. You're using high hitting cards in the early game, and Elderberry and Astrocado as late game finishers. Of course, Astrocado can be replaced with Power Flower or something like that. If you don't have them, there's a very good budget version of this deck on YouTube. You can check that out. Wingnut, even though it's not aggro card, it just plays around everything the zombies want to do, including Trickster and everything like that. So that's why I'm running Wingnut instead of something a little bit more conventional for an aggro deck like Bloomerang, which does 3 damage strike through. You can definitely use Bloomerang instead of this, and Power Flower instead of the Astrocado, and that will actually make this into a budget deck. Fireweed is our environment, and it also does 3 damage on turn. It's a 3/3 on turn 2. Amazing. Hope you guys enjoy. Get into it. Let's see how many times I can hold back the urge of saying hope you guys enjoy the instinct. I think it's just my Tourette's kicking in. Have you done Green Shadow yet? Yeah, that was the first one I did. I'm going right in order. Even though I think, is Beta-carrotina last? I did Beta-carrotina along the road. It's fine. This is so good. It's so hard to counter, and against Super Brains, it's almost GG already because it's Super Brains. See if we can get a 1-drop would be amazing. Ooh, do I hard mulligan for a 1-drop in this deck? I think I do. It's 2. Alright, we'll keep it 2. The more Spore is the 1 power that is completely useless. It can actually evolve into these. Unfortunately, did not get one of our 1-drops, which is important in this deck, particularly Haunted Pumpkin, but I think we'll be able to do it anyway. Got some good stuff happening over here. Interesting. I think instead of putting a card that's going to eventually die on the field, we'll just put this on Heights anyway. Good for him playing on Heights. I don't know if that was on purpose. Here we go. This is interesting. I'm going to use these to proc the block and to evolve next turn. It'll be a decent evolve. 6 damage, 7, proc the block. That's how this turn should go. Pass. And perfect. Just according to plan. We have two elders, so these should not be going to waste. It's not doing anything. It even played. Get that weak stuff out of here. Block his guy. Still do the strike through. You just front them. Why not? Okay, so it'll kill the elderberry after we do 6, 11, 12 damage. Should have him down to either 1 health or an empty block meter and 2 health. That would actually be preferred. Block! No! So annoying. Yeah, well, he's down to 1 health, so this mushroom is really, in lane 4, is as good as anything. Get that weak stuff out of here. We have another elderberry next turn. I was thinking elderberry berry blast for next turn. This is fine. Where's the berry blast command? I don't know. Oh no, it was this one. It was Adventurer. No, one of these. Really? It's time to berry blast him in the face. Berry blast, of course, has 2 uses in this deck. How long did this game take? 2 minutes? It has 2 uses in this deck. One is to remove your opponent's minions so you guys can keep going face. The other one is just as a finisher. What a great deck. What a great deck, you guys. Alright. Oh, it's Berry Blast spelled out. Thank you, Spiriton. Alright, guys, so here's Chompzilla. There's a lot of interesting Chompzilla decks. I couldn't really decide which one to show you. There are the Magnifying Grasses. There's the Ramp to Onion Rings, which was good. I can show you guys that quickly. The one I'm going to be featuring today, though, is the Ramp to Repeat Moss. I believe this sort of was the highest power deck of the sorts. I will put this up on the thing and we will be underway. So many Chompzilla decks. The Mega Grow and the Solar class just have a lot of weird interactions, and a lot of the Mega Grow, the whole way to get, you know, they're like slow cards, and the way to get there is through ramping. So I believe this is the same deck as I was running. This did very, very well when we tried this. This was very early on. As you can see, the deck list is in the old style with the spaces. So this is the ramp Cheap Moss deck. So we are going to be, basically you're going to be ramping in the early game. We have a lot of ramp cards. Fertilize is justified in this deck because it actually has two uses. One is to use in the late game with Repeat Moss. This will make this to a 5/6 and do immediate attack of a 5. It also is just very good to play on turn 2. If you pulled off playing one of your Primal Sunflowers or your regular Sunflowers on 1, growing it then on turn 2 will add 3/3 worth of stats to it. It'll ensure it stays in the field. You're basically controlling until you get your Repeat Moss, your Astrocado or your Cob Cannons onto the field, and then finishing off your opponent using bonus attacks or by growing these cards. So here it is. Hope you enjoy. We're running a couple of what is it even called? Vegetation Mutation. Hardly ever use that card, so its name eluded me. But that's also a very good card to activate your Repeat Moss with. Let's see. Welcome Go-Go Sumo to the stream. I'm gonna go close the window while this game starts. Alright. This is nice. A little bit of ramp. This is fine. Fine hand. Let's see if he's able to remove this. Again, everyone's a low rank today because the season just reset. So this would have been someone who was MO30. When's the stat changes? I have no reason to believe that the stat changes were legit. We're going to place on the ground because after we grow this, we're going to want this not to be on height so it does not get alien oozed. What happened to Cornucopia? Hello, FP Shad. I don't know what your question is. Did your username used to be different? FPS Hod. But it's not a very good card anymore. It's way too slow. The meta has definitely sped up. Growing this into Briar is amazing. P-Lover was paid to lie by Popcat. This is so good. It's a 5/4. Amazing. Kills that, ramps right into Briar Rose very well. Changes got removed from the files. Not surprised. Yeah, well, it wasn't a lie. It was, people did find it in the data mining, so there was a certain amount of legitness to it. The problem is with this is that we don't have a play next turn. I think, actually, this is weird, but this is the play. The reason is because we have 4 this turn, so next, if this would die, we would only have 4 again. At least this way we'll be able to at least Astrocado, maybe Cob Cannon if this survives. Yes, so we have Cob Cannon this next turn. Amazing. Great control. Happy New Year. Thank you, Nibborns. Interesting. So I will go with you here. Here. Not bad. But, you know, the 5 damage is going to ruin him. These bonus attacks are going to be so good. Well, they're only running 2 bonus attacks in this deck. Feels like there should be a 3rd. I think bonus attacks are way better than the great power. I think I was just running, really the better version of this deck would take out the 2 great power and add in probably even 2 more bonus attacks. Possibly. Or 1 bonus attack and 1 more sunflower or something. That happened. So Cob Cannon looks decent. Very decent. Everything's dead. 11 damage to face. We'll do bonus attacks next turn. The field clear value. Of course, removes 1 health from the adjacent minions and then destroys any other minions since we upgraded it. Plant food wins in lane 1 now. So it would take another healer just to survive that. Huh! And he hit it. What do you know? No, this still wins. Yes! This will be... yeah, it's like this. Got him. Too easy! This deck has a lot of power. You get in those heavy hitters early, and then you just ruin them with bonus attacks and such. This deck should have more bonus attacks. It's not enough. Instead of the great power. People, I think, were just saying, Fry, use great powers. I'm like, fine, I'll take out 2 bonus attacks. Brawl Stars will be at 4:30. That's in about 2 hours. Alright, we're 8-1. Keep it going. Okay, next on the list, Citron. This is actually a decent Citron deck. This is the Trump Wall deck. This is a Picanolift deck. You set up controlling the early game with your walnuts and such. I actually, I took out the 3 nuts in this deck since I really don't think they're necessary. You control. We do have some anti-weed spray measures, including this card, the Loco Coco, and you stall for the late game and hit him with the Dragon, the Walnut Bowling. So the Picanolist sometimes can take over the game itself. If not, you're controlling for the late game with Doom Shroom, Stricken Violet. Really a lot of really good control cards in this deck, including, again, just stalling for time in the early game. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this and we will get into the game.
Okay guys, listen, this is the best Citron deck. It is absolutely the best. And Mexico was supposed to pay for it, but something happened and they're really paying for it, okay? Okay guys?
Anyway, deck list. Keep it going. Let's see if we can get this deck list up. I changed a couple things from the original deck list. That's why I'm redoing it. What are you doing? Here's the deck list before we start. Oops, never mind. I'll redo that in a second. First, we got a mulligan. This is okay. Deck list. Well, let's see. I know that was a little psychedelic. Now. Now. There. And he goes with though. I think we just start setting up the wall. I play Brawl Stars on stream. Yeah, that'll be at 4:30, guys. 4:30 Eastern time. It's in 2 hours. I'll do the best zombie decks tomorrow. Yep. Deport this Rust Bolt. He's not human, okay? He's only half human. Gotta watch what I say. This will be our anti-weed spray measure, so that should be fine. I'm gonna do, yeah, zombies tomorrow. Zombieism confirmed. Zombies aren't people. They're not real people, you guys. They're dead people. There's a bunch of zombies coming over.
A bunch of zombies and they're racist. They're all racist coming over, okay?
Ah ha ha! Nice weed spray. What are you doing? He has a chop in his hand? Maybe. Oh, hell no! I love his. He says the best things. This guy's really not Donald Trump, though. He's just more like Guy Fieri. Uh-oh. this one? I'm trying to do. Nice combo. Nice combo. This is doing 1 damage. It just reduces the attack of these guys so badly. This looks like we're doing it the control way. That's annoying. Annoying orange, but the good kind. Still a 2-3. It's better than his. Every day I'm you know, this on 6 and this on 7 is a lot of value. Let's set this up. Every day I'm smoking weed. Let's go to me. Drinking violet annoyingness intensified. The grizzly bear turned back into a bear cub because of the shrinking ray. It's perfect. Look, he's so smart and he's so cute. Mr. Frickin' Mime. Ah, so this in lane 2 is just fine here. Another shrinking violet? Because we feel like it? Wow, I'm impressed. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Yo, dang it. Just want to reduce this. They have a way of killing us anyway. So much middle managers. We actually now have 7, 8. This should be fine. He's protected! He protected us 1, 2. Amazing plays. Quality plays there. Charging our block meter boy. Every day I'm smoking weed. Here we go. So we have the health nuts, forget me nuts I mean, to pad here. This will definitely go here. I think this dies anyway, so. Actually wait, we want this one to go here. Do we want it to be protected though? Okay, so go like this. It prevents him from playing weed spray this turn, which is really good. They see me growing. And he does not have a weed spray next turn because of this. Mog? Nah, there'll be a better Mog later. These guys aren't really doing enough damage. So we're gonna have the whole field clogged here. It's gonna be ridiculous. So we're covering this one now. This is also gonna be played. Man, the entire field is gonna just have big, stupid cards on it. Where does this go? I think this goes in the water lane. Amazing. Look at that. See, deal with that, Rusty Man. Rusty Man. Bad Moon Rising. Uh-oh. Wow, he got this exactly the right lane. This is 2 to face. He hit this one. Why did he? And then he froze it. Why is he picking on this one? He didn't like it. He's like, no, if I'm gonna die, I'm not gonna die to freaking mustache nut, okay? I mean, it's good to freeze one of these, but why would he damage this one? At least damage one of these. I don't know. I'm confused. Thoroughly confused. So he plays a big guy, we have the answer. We have the Canalith plus yo mama. I think he misfired. He's trying to hit the grizzly bear. La la da 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 Watch out for the miracle. No, it's Benjamin. Let me explain. The event cards. Here. Let's play this first. Hold on, just give me 1 second. I'll explain, Benj. Getting this is good because then he dies. I think this is fine. Got him. What's in the box? That's fine. I'll explain. The heroes that give you the 10-time boost tickets on the plants and the zombie side, those are the ones that they offer deals for in the shop. You should not buy those ones though; they're a ripoff. Just buy regular premium packs; they're a lot better. It's the ones that will help you get if you go into the event cards, the weekly event cards, the ones that will give you a little bit extra tickets to buy those. How is he still at 8 health? Oh. Got him. So, Citron wall deck gets it done. This is how we do it, folks. This is how we do it. Should have covered the whole screen with nuts. Man just got nutted. Nutter. Stupid Rust Ball. Alright, guys. Guess what it's gonna be? This is gonna be my version of Cycle Cap. I believe this is the best version. We have a couple of things that regular Nightcap cycle decks do not have. I will explain just about now. Is this the same deck list? Yes, it is. Alright guys, so this is the Cycle Cap deck. Of course, this is the infamous, amazing Nightcap deck. Again, strong argument for one of the best decks in the game, if not the best. The idea is to play Planet of the Grapes, and this will make it any minion in here when it does damage to your opponent's face, you'll draw a card. So what you do is, you play either your Astro Shroom into it. Every time you play a minion, this will do direct damage to face, so you draw a lot of cards that way, or you can put the Admiral Navy Bean into this deck. So we have a lot of little beans. This is also a bean. This is also a removal. I like Spring Bean better than Jumping Bean. It's a little bit more versatile. And then you have a lot of little minions up in here, including the little mushrooms that will trigger the Astro Vera. Now, I don't like relying only on the Cycle Cap strategy because who says you're going to get Planet of the Grapes every single time? I feel like the one-dimensional decks can get screwed just from their hand. Even if you hard mulligan for Planet of the Grapes, which we will be, don't necessarily get it. So the backup plan, of course, is to Pine Clone. This works very well with the small minions we're running in this deck, particularly with Puff Shroom, because you can just play 1 or 2 Puff Shrooms on turn 4 and hit them with a Pine Clone. It's very hard for opponents to, really hard for opponents to deal with that. We have the Berry Blast to control them. We also have this to go face, because you're just doing so much direct damage to face. Berry Blast can finish them off. And last but not least, you do have the Sonic Bloom. Even though this does do well in the Planet of the Grapes, because again it's doing direct damage to face, you're usually not going to use it that way. Usually you just use this as a finisher because you're getting your opponent so low and you're going to have so many minions on the field. Very often Sonic Bloom will be exactly what you need just to get that extra damage in and finish them off. Hope you guys enjoy, and I did it again. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys enjoy this deck as well. Hope you guys enjoy all the decks we did today. I don't think Velociraptor Hunter is good in this deck, because again, it is 2 minions, but it's pretty expensive. It could work, but what would you take out? What would Velociraptor Hunter be better than? Shroom 2 is so much better. Puff Shroom is so much better. I really believe that, again, you can't really get rid of the Pine Clones or the Sonic Bloom. You need those as finishers very often. And this is interesting. Should I go for the Cycle Cap, or should I just go for the big Pine Clone? This is kind of weird. We can control and hit him with Pine Clone. I mean, that's legit. Kind of want to show you guys the real way of doing this deck, though. Really? Okay. I guess it's a Pine Clone deck today. What can I say? I'll show you the... Again, this is a time we did not get any Astro Shrooms, Admiral Navy Beans, Planet of the Grapes. To set up the Cycle Cap with that kind of mulligan is almost impossible. So we will be stalling for time and hitting him with a massive Pine Clone on turn 4, maybe on turn 5 as well. I hope you guys enjoy. Fry constantly saying, hope you guys enjoy. It's just a habit, you guys. Yeah, the Spring Bean is for big removal. Sometimes they can put a big card on the field, particularly like Undying Pharaoh or even Gladiator. There's no real way of dealing with it, so Spring Bean can deal with the Gladiator for that one turn just while you set up your first Cycle Cat play. It is a bean too, so... No, Molokale would be like the joke version of this deck. If you want to spice it up a little bit and not be such a tryhard. Against Control Boogaloo, this should be fine, because again, if you cycle, you do a lot of damage, and then it field clears you. You have another hand there, and it can really do that way. The Sonic Blooms will be good. I think we let that happen. There aren't going to be too many scary gravestones. The best deck from the plants is the Rose deck I did before. This could also arguably be better. So our opponent commits everything here, so I will go with the... I guess we can do Shroom for 2 Berry Blast. That should be fine. So this is going to go here. We will have a huge Pine Claw next turn. Berry Blast at 3-2. It's a pet deck of the start. Right. I'm not going to put this on the field. Just charges block meter extra time. Better just to put this on the field with the Pine Claw. This is just a noob deck. I need some water. Gotta stay hydrated. Every day I'm smoking weed spray.
Oh.
Interesting. Another dolphin. Downfall. Gonna go with the Pine Claw. That's 12 damage on an empty block meter, so should have him down to 6 here. Hello, the guy. The guy. Hope this rank 7 enjoys. Pine Clone, just one of the best cards in the game. What else can be said? Another Pine Clone. I think we'll spend this turn clearing out, and hopefully we'll get another little card to hit him with the second Pine Clone next turn. Woo! Nightcap dancers. Here she blows! I wonder, do we drag the dog? We don't have a Pine Claw next turn. Fine. It's possible we'll get rain here anyway. Chance we'll just win here. Nope. Oh, that's decent with Pine Clone though. Actually it's not. The bounce should win the game next time. Should I concede to this guy? Probably. So sad. That's guaranteed lethal. I'll be a gentleman. Enjoy your pre-star. 10-1. Hey, I'll be a gentleman. Get it? Hey, I'm rank 32. I didn't even realize. How many ranks did I gain today? Alright, we 10-1, folks. It was guaranteed lethal. It was a rank 7 guy. But you guys get the point. I think that's actually one of the best things that could have happened for this video. Because, I think that everyone knows about Cycle Cap. I don't think how people realize how important it is to put Pine Clones and just other ways of winning in the deck. People are usually very one-dimensional, and that's a perfect example. There's no other cards we could have put in there. We would have not gotten Planet of the Grapes in one of our activators. We got an Astro Shroom in the last turn of the game, so... Anyway, guys. Alright, guys, so this is the Captain Combustible deck I'd like to show you. There are some good ones like Captain Conjure or Captain Swarmy Swarm, but I'd say this is probably the most reliable one. This is Captain Quick Win. It is an aggro deck. You're putting on as much damage as you can every single turn. We are going to be utilizing the Kabloom class and the Mega Goat class. 4 damage on turn 2, amazing. This is 3 damage on turn 2. Berry Blast is both to remove opposing minions off the field and as a finisher. His powers are also very good because everything's either going to do extra attack, extra damage, or remove something off the field. So his powers are perfectly suited for this deck. Actually running 4 copies of Apricot. Again, it's 4 damage on turn 3, which is fine. Bananasaurus Rex is a good finisher. Plant Food, of course, does extra bonus attacks. And then there's Repeat Moss. Now, some of you are probably wondering, Fry, how come you're running Repeat Moss in this deck? You don't have any tricks to activate its ability except for Berry Blast. The answer is, in a deck like this, particularly in a deck like this, Repeat Moss, you don't want to start using it with Fertilizer. It's just way too slow. You got to only use this with Captain Combustible's powers. Blazing Bark is the best. That'll do an immediate 6 damage, or with Embiggen, which does 4 damage. That is the way to do it. You can even do it with Blazing Bark and then Time to Shine. It's a great finisher. You definitely want to get a Repeat Moss. This is the highest potential of Repeat Moss, is just be using it as a quick finisher in a deck like this. So here it is, and I hope you guys don't enjoy. Come on, Fry. There. I resisted the urge partially. I feel like I'm getting there. Hello, Foxy Fox. This deck is weird. It's a pretty straightforward aggro deck. See, I would say this is different than a Repeat Moss deck. There's a lot of decks, instead of doing aggro in the beginning, you're controlling, and then you're hitting them with heavy Repeat Moss combos. And maybe decks like that can run Fertilizer and stuff like that. But this deck, you're just piling on the damage as much as you can. You never want to poison Ivies, by the way. This is fine. We'll get a power in the beginning. I wonder if we'll use Blazing Bark early on. Let's see. So this will go right here. Again, this is a little card. It starts off at 2, but then 3, 4. If our opponent has Infinity Clones and a lot of Bungee Plumbers, it could ruin this deck. A nice control deck, crazy class control deck is the best thing against this. And he's just clogging lanes. See, I almost wish one of these would have gone in the water, just so we'll have a lot of extra lanes to work with here. Here's Fireweed. I'm probably actually going to end up putting Fireweed on the ground here, just so we can keep our lanes open. It does remove one of his 2/1s as well. I wonder if putting this here so we could block for this would have been better. We're probably going to save whatever power we get anyway. Would I have used Embiggen on the 3/2? Definitely not using Time to Shine, so it didn't make a difference. Should Fireweed cost 3? Yes. Yes. It would be a very decent 3. Think of Fireweed. It's a 3/3, and then it also can make an environment. It would be an amazing 3-cost card. You're right. Answer is clearly yes. So we're going to go with Fuel. Keep on aggroing. Again, our opponent's putting a lot of heat on the board too. First block is going to happen right now. Boink. Rock this block though. Again, the powers he has right now after Infinity Clones, none of them can control. It's either Strength, interesting. It's either Strength, Gravestone, or Super Stench. Super Stench, I guess, can control. But, we're gonna win this turn? No, not quite. We're probably gonna block the 5, which is nice. Killing this is also good. Yeah, this is the play. We have to prevent this 2 damage coming in. This does 9. I'll get him down to 1. Unfortunately, this dies. But we should block the 5. If our opponent rolls double 1s, we also have Meteor in here somewhere, right? No! He rolled a... Yes, but we got Meteor. Okay, we're safe. Thank the Lord. We need a 1-drop would be nice. This is tough. He needed to roll a 3 and then us not getting Meteor, so we almost always survive there. This guy had a nice fast deck though, including Infinity Clones. There's nothing we have that's this fast in this deck. Has some overshoot. Okay, it just means this lane 1 play is not going to be quite as good. This should be lethal. If we had one more, I would just Fireweed in lane 3 and do a bonus attack, but this is how we do it. He's not... If he has a Smoke Bomb, he'll be in decent shape. If he has a Smoke Bomb, he'll be in... actually, we'll have this next turn anyway, yeah. Almost impossible from doing that. And Poison Ivy gets done. People are so against Poison Ivy. But it's a great card. Alright guys, so 11-1, pretty good. We had a little fluke with the Grass Knuckles. Took a couple games, but these were amazing decks. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely try to make. Hope you guys enjoy. try to make these decks, you guys, because they're all amazing. There are some other great decks though. You can find them all over the YouTube channel, doing a different deck every day. Anyway, guys, that was the best decks of 2018. Happy 2019. This is a New Year's special. Peace. This is Fry.